to make these delicious vanilla cupcakes with vanilla frosting. It is a little different than the traditional classic vanilla cupcake, as it has half of the sugar and it doesn't have as much frosting either. It has only half of the frosting because of the way I frosted them, and you can frost them, of course, as you like. With if you want more frosting, then you would have to double it to have enough for all 12 of the cupcakes. This recipe makes 12 cupcakes in one batch, and I substitute 1/3 of the flour needed in this recipe with almond meal. And you can either buy almond meal or you can just buy almonds, put them in your blender and turn it into meal that way. So let me show you how I make them. Let's get started. To make the cupcakes, we need sour cream, flour, almond meal, sugar, baking powder, salt, unsalted butter, vanilla extract, egg yolks, and 1 whole egg. We'll need more ingredients for the buttercream frosting. We'll get to that when we start making the frosting. And the tools that we'll need a sifter, a bowl, a handheld mixer, or a standing mixer fitted with a paddle attachment. Then we'll also need a baking dish, and I lined it with the cupcake liners. So let's get started. Before I start, I will preheat the oven to 350 degrees and move the rack to the middle of the oven. Okay, so now we're going to take our flour and our almond meal. We're going to add the baking powder and the salt. And our sugar. Gonna mix it up a little bit and add it to our swifter. This will make sure that we don't have any big clumps from the almond meal or the flour. Now you cannot use a fine sifter because then the bigger pieces of the almond meal won't go through, so it can't be too fine. Now I'm going to slightly whisk the egg and the egg yolks with a fork. Add it to our flour mixture. We're going to add our butter. The butter needs to be at room temperature so it's very soft. And the sour cream. Now we're going to add our vanilla extract and mix it all together, but not too much. We don't want to overmix the batter. Okay, now we're gonna just use a spoon to make sure that everything is nicely incorporated. Now we're going to fill our cupcake liners with the batter. Just evenly distribute the batter over the 12 cupcakes. Now we're going to put them in the oven for about 20 minutes, and about 2 minutes or so before the 20 minutes are up, just insert the toothpick into the middle of a cupcake and see if it comes out clean. If it does come out clean, then you can take them out. If not, just leave them for another minute or two and check again until they're done. When your cupcakes are done baking, transfer them in a wire rack. Take them out of the tin and put them on the wire rack to cool. The ingredients that we'll need to frost are cupcakes, as powdered sugar, vanilla extract, and softened butter. Let it get to room temperature. Then we'll need our mixer again and a spoon, parchment paper cut out in a triangle, and our attachment to frost the cupcakes. It is very easy to make the frosting. All we have to do is whip the butter on medium-high speed for about 3 minutes. Now we're going to add the powdered sugar. Now we're going to incorporate the powdered sugar into our butter, add the vanilla extract, and then whip it at medium to high speed. I whipped the frosting for about 2 minutes until it got light and fluffy. So now what we'll need is to form a cone with our parchment paper, and you can use a disposable or any other frosting bag that you like using. I'm just going to use the parchment paper. We're gonna put our attachment through, fold it on top so that the frosting doesn't squeeze out of the bag. And now we're going to take our cupcake and stir frosting with little flowers, just like so. You might choose another attachment for your frosting bag. You can, I think that looks pretty cute. You can even leave it as is if you don't want to have too much frosting on your cupcake, or you can add some more flowers. There we go. Okay, so here is our cupcake. I'm going to continue to frost the rest of the cupcakes. They are so perfect for summertime, for any occasion, birthdays, take with you on a picnic and enjoy outside or even in the garden. Have a tea time with your kids or friends. Hope you enjoy.